Welcome back to ThinkInCode, and today we are going to talk about operators in Python. There are three types of operators. Generally, we have more. We are going to talk about them later. But for now, we have three basic types of operators: arithmetic, comparison, and logical. So starting with arithmetic. So arithmetic calculations are simple as adding, subtraction, multiplication, division, and power, modulus, floor division, and all that. So for a quick example, what we can do is take two numbers, a equals to 5 and b equals to 2. So this way we can represent all the arithmetic terms as we want. So for addition, it would be sum equals to a plus b. Simple, right? So we will get 5 plus 2 is 7. So next would be subtraction. This a minus b would be 3. Now multiplication 5 to 10, and then we have division 2.5. But what if we don't want the 0.5 in the end? We can do floor division, and that's using this double slash. And what it does is removes the point behind the division. So then we have modulus. So modulus will give you the remainder from 5 divided by 2. What is the remainder? So for this answer, it would be 1. Now, moving forward, we have power. So equals to a multiply by b. So this is 5 to the power 2. So this would be 5 to the power 2. And the answer would be 25. So let's see all the answers. Print. We have printed all the different arithmetic calculation we did here. So let's start. Print. As you can see, sum, we got 7, like we said. Subtraction 3. Multiplication 10. Division 2.5. Yeah, and floor division, we remove the 0.2. As you can see, 2.5, 2. Now modulo or modulus, we got 1. As you can see, 1. Now power 25 to 5 to the power 2, 25. So that is all for arithmetic operations or operators. Now moving on to comparison. This generally sees if the statement is true or false. For example, what we can do here is equals to 18 and print is greater than 18 or greater than and equals to 18. So as you can see, we get true because is greater than or equals to 18. So if we say 17, we'll get false, as you can see. So by definition, comparison operators compare two values and they always return either true or false. And the list of comparison operators are equals to, this being if the value are equal to each other, then being another being exclamation mark, and equals to, this being if the value is not equals to each other, and then we have this as greater than, this as less than, and we have greater or equals to, this is greater or equals to, and then we have less than or equals to. So this is basically how we do it. So if we do a equals 2 and b equals 6, and if we do print a equals to b, this should be false. Print a is not equals to b, this should be true. And this being a is less than b, this should be true, and this also should be true. Now print this should be a is greater than b or equals to b should be false, and print a is greater than b is also false. Let us see the answers. As you can see, 3 trues and then 2 false. As you can see, this are the comparison. This usually gives us true or false. Now moving forward, we have logical. Formal definition would be combine multiple conditions. So for example, we have different types of operators here as well. We can go with AND, where both must be true. Both conditions must be true. This is true plus true equals to true, and false plus true equals to false. So this is the AND operator. Now we have the OR operator. OR would be at least one true. So it would be true plus false equals to true because we have at least one true. Finally, if we have a not operator, what this does is reverse whatever the operator you had before was. So if you get true, then it returns false and vice versa. Let's check it out in experiment. So first, let's say is equals to 20 and citizen equals to true. So if we do for and print age is greater than or equals to 18 and citizen, then we should get a true. Yes, it is true. He is or that person is greater than 20 and is a citizen. Very true. Now let's go for a or. Marks equals to 35 and print marks is greater than or equals to 35, then this would be true. Now, if we add and marks is less than 35 or equals to 40, this is false. So this would be false. And instead of and, we will write or. Now, if we print it, as you can see, we will get a true. As you can see, true, true. So why is this a true? Because the first statement, it was true. And the second statement was false. And what did we say here? True plus false equals to true. So that's why we got a true. So finally, we have not operator. So let's say is raining equals to false, right? And then what we can do is print not is raining. So if we do this, right, and print it, we'll get a true because is raining is false and it will reverse anything. Like if you get a true, then it returns false, and if you give it a false, it will return a true. So that's how this is done. So this was logical operator. So this was it for logical operators. Moving forward, we are going to do if else condition. So I hope you got it. If you have any problem, please comment down below and don't forget to subscribe. I'll be back with a new video very soon. Happy coding.